And here we go. Hello guys, welcome to London Players Guild. My name is Peter, I'm the guild master, and I'm joined today by two friends that we have from our small group of content creators in Europe. We have Tom Gita Games,
Hey guys.
which you can see on the webcam, and we have Andre from Portugal, which you can't see because he doesn't have a webcam for us.
Yeah, sorry. Hi, guys.
And today we are talking not about Dragon Ball, which you might get used to by watching our channel, but we are actually talking about the Digimon card game. So,
Yay!
Finally.
there's
It's about
actually
time.
there was actually a phrase for official phrase for starting the game. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. Oh, Digigate open. That's it. That's the
Exactly.
official phrase.
Yeah.
For starting the game. Or Digital Gate, something like that. So for people who don't know, this is the game that came out in April in Japan.
Exactly.
We have been hosting a couple of tournaments online on Octagon. There are also versions available on Tabletop Simulator and on Antap, all with English cards or English translation cards for this. So we have been playing this since April. The game is amazing. For people who know, it's very similar to Chrono Clash. And this morning, instead of getting news for Dragon Ball, which we were all patiently awaiting at 9 a.m. UK time, 10 a.m. continental time, we got we have here a video which I'm going to play a bit of, but I can't play all of it because YouTube likes its things.
Copyright.
So we can see here that we have an actual official announcement that the game is going to be coming out in English, which we have been waiting for ages.
Oh,
Yeah.
Finally.
This is my thing, you know.
Digimon, I always was more Digimon person than Pokemon person, mostly because in my country Pokemon was on the premium TV, which I didn't have.
Oh, sad news.
Whereas Digimon games, I had PlayStation 1, I had Digimon World 1, 2, 3, and Digimon Card Battle. So, and I think even Rumble Arena. So I played all of
those games were amazing. I'm a sucker for Digimon World, so yeah.
Yeah, Digimon World series, Digimon World 2003 or 3, depending which version you have, is amazing, and I love Cyber Sleuth now because it reminds me about that World 3.
Yeah, Cyber Sleuth is amazing.
Which was brilliant. I
finished both, and it's a really, really good game.
Okay, but let's stop nostalgia about Digimon and let's go quickly. First, let's go into the pre-sale event.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the release date, January next year, which is fair enough. We were expecting it to happen next year because Beer Bug is happening right now, because we can't say the actual name because YouTube doesn't like that. Beer Bug is happening right now all across the world, so we are not expecting any events or any support like that. Definitely not a new card game being published in the current situation. So the official release date is 29th January, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it has a date already.
Yeah, it has a date. Andre, on the email that you shared with us, there was dates there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, official release date on January 2021. Yep.
Yeah.
No, but on the email, I think that was January 29th.
Yeah, it's January 29th. Yeah, right, exactly.
And November 25th is the pre-sale event?
27th.
So that will be a Friday?
Yeah, it would be Friday, because that's the Bandai's thing, right? That's the same
way
Dragon Ball is being done, right? Everything goes on sale on Friday, and it arrives with the shops on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
So, what is a pre-sale event? Pre-sale event is, it's called actually a super pre-sale event.
Super pre-sale event, exactly.
You will be able to get on the card, your hands on the cards before anyone else. Well, people already have the Japanese cards, even in Europe, in States, and everywhere else. You will be able to get a release special booster, which is version 1.0, which has a selection of... Well, we're going to go over the product in a moment. But it has cards from set 1 to 3. And you will also be able to grab the 3 starters. We know that there's 3 more starters coming out in set 3. because that has been announced recently for Japanese
Yeah.
version.
Mm.
You guys
Of
probably
the
have
other
not
three
been
colors.
following that, but I have been following the game.
I've been following the game. However, I have been playing. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I have been playing, following the game, and running events, obviously, as some of our viewers would know. So you will be able to grab the basic 3 starters: Coquetous Blue, Heaven's Yellow, and Gaia Red. Which I think Gaia Red is the big one, because you have Terra Force, Gaia
Yeah,
Force.
Gaia Force. It will be named Terra Force here.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
will be named
Yeah.
Terra Force, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to grab the starters, and then the special release booster, which version 1.0 is going to be available on the pre-sale, and then
Yep.
version 1.5 is going to be available in January.
Exactly.
Which we can also... there we go. It's working a bit slow. I don't have as good internet as I used to. That's sad.
Mhm.
So here we can go to see what's in here. So set combines the cards from the Japanese releases of boosters volume 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly.
Buy this product and version 1.5 releasing later to collect all the cards from the Japanese versions of booster boxes 1, 2, and 3. It does not say anything about promos, which is a lot of people are interested about, because we have some good promos there. The Garurumon line, Greymon line, and well, the basic promo pack is not that good, but the Garurumon line, Greymon line, and Vidramon line with the Taichi from manga.
Yep.
Exactly. The Vitamer one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. And those are
I
good
think
cards.
they will be integrated. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go on.
Go ahead.
I was saying that I think it will be integrated in the car set. I think.
I think because I have the store website open at the moment, because I've been hosting events, of course. It does say that during the super pre-sale event, when you actually buy 12 packs, you get a dash pack. I think the promos will be in there.
That's a bit
They
sad,
doing
but
that.
at
They're
least
doing
we'll
that
get
again.
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
gonna
the
be
dash
dash pack.
pack might be the box stoppers.
That could be, but we
Yeah, might
There's
be.
no word about the box stoppers.
not yet. No.
So here we have the version 1.0, which has the release date for January, and we have, I think, 187 types of cards. Someone counted. So we only have 3 secrets out of 4 currently available. 6 are going to be available by the end of the year, because set 3 is coming out next month. This month.
Next month, I think.
Next month, I think it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
early October. So for people who are worried that there's going to be scarcity of the product, I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think it's going to be hard to get your hands on the cards you need, because the packs are going to be upped from 6 cards to 12 cards.
Which is common. Talking about Pokemon, it's exactly the same. So
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh is
Magic
the
as
same.
well.
Yu-Gi-Oh is 6 cards in Japan, 9 cards in here.
however, that concerns me about one thing. Do you think when we get the global version of the set 4, will it be like Japan, or will it be in this format?
Don't know.
I think it might meet somewhere in the middle. I think this is a special set that has 12 cards per pack to catch us up easily and affordably, which is not something we used to as the Dragon Ball players.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, this is something that's supposed to let us catch up easily and affordably to the level that Japan has. And then when set 4 comes out, hopefully we'll get split spoilers or things like that. Hopefully this game is going to be run like Magic is. I'm not going to put it in any other words. It's essentially like Magic the Gathering. I hope that's the situation, that we have the same product just in different languages.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
it's interchangeable.
Yeah, that we can match everything. Yeah.
Yeah, mix and
Like,
match between
mix and
Japanese
match, yeah.
and English cards. I do hope that's the case. Seeing how popular the game is, seeing how popular it is, how big fandom it has, even though it's fairly small in the West compared to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It's a very popular market, and in this situation, unlike with Dragon Ball, Bandai has a full control over this. Which is an interesting thing to remember, because on Dragon Ball they don't have full control on what they're doing.
Nope.
because Toei owns Shueisha, right?
Toei, Shueisha, Bandai, and there's one more. There's 4 of them there.
Okay.
Uh,
And Bandai is Digimon. Digimon is a Bandai only property.
yes, Digimon has
Yep.
been
Oh.
developed by Bandai.
Bandai. Yeah.
It has been theirs since the word go. I think someone bought the rights to do the animation from them, but it's still their IP, so they have a full creative control over this.
I think that's good.
So hopefully that means that we won't be pushed into having a product every month, which is the biggest grief at the moment in Dragon Ball, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it started fine. It started fine with Dragon Ball, but at the moment, no, way too much product.
Yeah.
And I hope that Digimon isn't gonna be the same.
I can't.
However,
Yeah.
go on.
No, go ahead. If you wanted to adapt onto that, so I wanted to change the topic.
Nah, I'm just gonna say that I'm kind of concerned about the people who bought the Japanese cards. Do you think they will buy the English ones, even though they have the Japanese?
I, for fact, know that some people actually stop themselves from buying Japanese to wait for the English one, and we have hordes of people going and buying wanting to buy the English one immediately, to the point that I know a lot of LGSs in UK are swamped with the requests for this.
Yep, same here.
Even some LGSs that have not been running Dragon Ball and have not been asked to apply for this have been asked to go to Asmodee and ask to be able to apply for this because they want to do that. I do hope that we're not going to have a shortage of product that was at the beginning of Dragon Ball, because I don't know if you remember, for the release party in UK we had 30 players for a release party. We had 12 starter decks, we had 18 special packs, and we had 6 boxes.
Oh.
For
Damn.
30 players.
That's too low.
Yeah, it is. That's why it was rampant for people to buy stuff from States. Especially it was way cheaper to buy it from States than it was to buy it from
true.
Europe. It still is cheaper to buy a box in States than it is to buy it in Europe, and that's sad.
But customs and everything else.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
It's hard.
I think I was talking about that outside before we started recording. But yeah, we need to pay for the customs from States. And because the product spends a good amount of time in States, because they need to look through it, they need to count it, they need to take what stays in States and then put everything else back on the boat to us. So everything leaves the boat and goes back on the boat. So we need to pay for those customs in States as well.
Sadly.
So we pay for the customs from Japan to States, which is not cheap, let me tell you. And then from States to UK. And then, fortunately, inside UK we don't have any more customs, which is good. But doesn't change the fact that the price rises enough that me buying from a distributor was more expensive than me buying a case from a distributor was more expensive than me buying a case from a retailer in States with an overnight shipping.
Yeah. No.
Which is... I
mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So
the cards are printed in Japan. It takes a while for them to get here. And that's why we have also problems like with the new promo packs, right, in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Because that has already been printed ages ago.
Yep.
They now started spoiling it, but the cards are already en route. They can't change that.
Yep. No. They kind of...
And I think they whenever they announce a block, they have everything printed.
I don't think they have everything designed, not everything printed, because usually...
designed. Yeah.
You usually design a card game. That's why there was a lot of issue with Dragon Ball as a card game in general. So my look into this, I know it's not supposed to be a Dragon Ball card game, but Digimon card game, but very quickly, my look into this was they didn't expect Dragon Ball to survive this long. They made one set, they wanted it to be a one-off and be amazing. Then people picked it up, were amazed because it was a good gameplay back then, right?
Yep.
And then it took them half a year to print another set 2, which has been very weird if you look at it from the design point of view, which is what I do. set 2 compared to set 1 was very weird, very all over the place, which
It was all over the place. Yeah.
which makes me think that they've seen how set 1 was popular and they didn't have set 2 ready. So they spent that half a year to 3 months to design the set. That's why it ended up all over the place and not tested. And then 3 months for printing, distribution, etc.
Even the cards were strangely mixed. You know,
Yeah.
that SRs from the TOP, because it was the thing on Japan at the time. You know, you had Golden Frieza, Jiren, and Kale, I think.
And
SRs.
Gohan.
Yeah. Randomly placed in the set too. So yeah.
Yeah, everything was... It was not consistent. The rules have not been consistent as well as we know. And there was a lot of that. And they took the time to actually build the card game, and they did a great job eventually. And I think for me, the peak for the game was set 5.
Set 5, yeah.
I think for me, that was the peak of the game. The game has been the most enjoyable. It was interesting design. There was interesting gameplay. You were not stuck to play one particular deck to make it good. Because Child's Wish and World Peace, as much as they were useful cards in any Wish deck, and they only pushed Wish decks, okay, I'll grant that. But you could play them in any Wish deck. You were not stuck only to the Black Wish leaders. Eventually, when they printed the better Wish leaders, that surged 2 balls, not only 1.
Yeah.
And I like seeing that, because it gave you creativity. I played a very wanky deck. I was 1 point off topping Salford, which I'm still salty about.
I can't even remember what you did, what you played at that time.
Android Shenron.
Oh. But going back to Digimon, okay, let's focus.
Yeah, let's go back.
Let's
I
focus
think.
on Digimon, yeah.
So we have a background as Dragon Ball players, right? It's a
Yep.
Bandai card game, the same as Digimon.
Yep.
What do you think is going to be effect on the Dragon Ball player base?
My honest opinion is that many of the Dragon Ball players will move to Digimon due to Bandai screwing up the Dragon Ball sets now. You only see one type of deck in Dragon Ball, and what I've seen from Digimon, you can play whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Not quite.
In Digimon?
In this set too, Shine Greymon and Wolf Force Vidramon are all over the place. So
Okay.
But Ulforce Vidramon and Shine Greymon can still lose, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball, a good deck will not lose against subpar deck because the consistency is king, right? In Digimon, it's easier to get a dead hand because you don't have Mulligan, you don't have cards outside Evolution that draw that many cards. You don't have that much fixing. If you get the Shine Greymon with no Tamers, which I've seen on one of my tournaments, a guy had 4 Shine Greymons, no Tamers. All the Tamers at the bottom of the deck.
Oof.
Out of
yeah.
10 Tamers, and Shine Greymon needs Tamers, right? Alternatively, Ulforce Vidramon with no Tamers, again.
That's sad.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is, it's not one card engines that win on their own, or you don't draw a million cards a turn, so you know you will always have what you have.
However, Digimon is kind of luck-based game when it comes to the security cards. So
Yes, it is.
I mean, you can argue I don't have any tamer on my hand. However, my opponent attacks me, and then boom, tamer appears out of nowhere. So
that is correct. But one thing I have a problem with Digimon is there's no interactivity. The only interaction with your opponent that you have is a blocker.
However,
so during your opponent's turn, you just sit there and wait for them to cross into your time.
Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon, so I know how.
Yes.
I played Pokemon many years too, and yeah. However, Dragon Ball until set 7 was like that, I guess. Somehow, not entirely, but yeah, the counterplays were the how can I say this? The 180 of the game.
there were
Mhm.
sparks.
Yeah.
The thing is that Dragon Ball has more interactivity built in it.
Mhm.
Because your basic interactivity is counterattacks and combo. Because the
Mhm.
biggest
Exactly.
engine, until Milnemba of course came out, but the biggest engine for Dragon Ball is that combo. That's the engine that they can use and abuse. And as much as I
Yep.
appreciate a rival keyword, I think it was
Mhm.
handled really badly because they wanted to push the hype for it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So it
Yep.
became too overpowered.
Yep.
And every card that's right now printed with Arrival, which is like 1 or 2 drop instead of being a 6 drop.
Mhm.
That's the issue I
Mhm.
have. But that combo, even before Arrival cards, that combo was important. Even if you're playing against Mill, it was important how much you wanted to hit them.
Mhm.
So where and how you combo, that was the interactivity. The problem was with the decks like mine that took that away. Because my decks took away all the interactivity because I was stripping my opponent's hand and then attacking them with critical.
Mm-hmm.
So I never comboed.
Yeah.
My opponent was the one doing the combo.
Mhm.
But I'm digressing at the moment. Digimon doesn't have that. Digimon has only a blocker. You don't have an actual interaction to stop your opponent from hitting you.
But I think that comes from the Digimon background, which comes from the Chrono Clash. They have almost the same system, and they just kind of designed over it, on top of it, on top of it. So it's kind of hard to change the things overnight. So
I think that it comes from something else because Chrono Clash was not popular here that much, right?
Mhm. True.
Whereas in Japan, that type of game is very popular because Japanese culture generally enjoys this type of game. It's something that we as Westerners seem to ignore. We enjoy the Japanese games and then we complain that they're not what we like, but they're made for their market.
Yeah.
yeah,
They are. If you see the most popular card games in Japan, which is Yu-Gi-Oh, and which is
Dual Masters.
Duel Masters and Cardfight Vanguard and Battle
Mhm.
Spirits, all of those mostly play during your turn. You don't have interaction. Duel Masters had scars, Battle Spirits has scars, Vanguard has only that defense, but then they have a way to get around the defense with triggers. They want a fast-paced, luck-based game. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh is played in there right now. I don't know if you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh or not.
Not anymore. No.
So in the West, we have different ban lists right now.
Yeah.
In the West, ban list is made so the game is slow, control,
Mhm.
and essentially you go for the interaction. In the East, it's made for the combo. They, for example, have free Maxi when for us it's banned. And they have lots of stuff that lets them draw a lot of cards and just do quick games. Their games take 1-2 turns and they're not complaining. They enjoy it.
They even got the Rush Duels right now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Which for me it's a big, big, big update on Yu-Gi-Oh. It's way better than the original game, in my opinion.
I like the original game, but I like the original game when it's slow.
Mm.
When the game doesn't take one turn, which is still kinda sadly at.
Mhm.
But
Do you feel that Digimon will go there
I think
to the
Digimon
one
is.
turn thing?
It's never going to be one turn thing because of the system, but it's going to stay non-interactive, the same as Pokemon.
Yep.
Okay.
It is going to
Fair.
stay non-interactive. It's going to stay like this. It's going to be you do your stuff, your opponent does his stuff. If you can do your stuff faster than your opponent doesn't have an answer, you're good.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
I have no problem with that.
And that's Pokemon basically.
Yeah, but it is popular. It is
Yep.
simple. It doesn't. It's easy for people to get into. It gets you more customers because I am a veteran card game player, and I can appreciate that not everyone wants to sit there and work out a minuscule ruling in Magic the Gathering for two obscure cards interacting with themselves, and I find it fascinating. I can sit and talk about that for an hour. The same for Dragon Ball rulings, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But majority of players are not like that. Majority of players want to play cool cards. They want to play their favorite Digimon, their favorite character. and they don't want to be told off that it's not good.
The hardest part in Digimon, in my opinion, it's the deck building.
Yes.
The mix and matching of the colors, it will be kind of hard for people to understand how it works and how it affects the game. So
it's going to be understanding how the option cards work, how the evolution works.
yeah.
I think that another big struggle is going to be the difference between when played and when evolved.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge.
I guess that we'll call it Digivolve, and that might help a little bit. So
But
I
it's
don't know.
still so in Dragon Ball we are used to that when you evolve a card into something else, it's still played. But in Digimon, it's not the same.
Well, in Dragon Ball we have the in-play leader thing, and so
I think there needs to be some sort of catchback for player going first, because going first is actually a bit detrimental in Digimon so far.
I'm not quite aware, but can you expand on that?
So the same as in Chrono Clash, when you play your first card, you give your opponent some memory.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might be stuck with cards in hand that are level 4 and higher, and you don't have a way to draw them. Because normally you evolve your Digi Egg into a rookie and then you draw a card.
The rookie. Yeah.
And that's usually also free. Or in the best case scenario, it actually costs 1. Then you put your opponent on 1. But if you're stuck with cards that cost 4 or 5 in hand only, and you don't have a rookie that you can do, then you're in a bad situation. Whereas your opponent sees that 1 additional card, it's easier for him to not be stuck there. The best play you can do on turn 1 is rookie into evolve or into champion, give your opponent 2. But your opponent can respond in rookie into champion into playing another rookie, going into ultimate, playing a tamer or something else. Going second has way more power than going first. Because they have what you played plus then what they want to give you.
Makes sense.
Which I find an unfair, especially when you don't have a mulligan. You can't check your hand for playables.
Do you think with the global release any rules will be changed?
I would hope so, but reading the rulebook, it's impossible to add mulligan. Because in the rulebook, you first put the security and then
you draw your cards. Yeah.
They would need to change the order of that and then give you a mulligan before you put the security. And that's the only change I would do. Because that's the change I would request, especially if we're supposed to run tournaments in the West. In the West, if we're supposed to run the tournaments, that's the rule. Until we get an official tournament document, this might be the rule I will be enforcing on our events. But we'll see how it goes, because I know that Bandai is already in talks with the guys who are managing Dragon Ball rules to make Digimon rules.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not sure if they mean people internally or if they mean actual people that we know of that are making the rulings, so I'm not going to comment on that. But if it's going to be anything like the Dragon Ball one, it might end up... Digimon is way more nuanced than Dragon Ball, even though the game is simpler.
Yeah, that's why, and going back in the talk about the Digimon community and the Digimon community, how it will go with the Digimon release. I think Digimon will still be the side game and not the main game. Because it's less frustrating. It's
I think it's more frustrating when you don't draw what you want.
Yeah, but there's no. I play this. No, you can't. It goes back to your hand or the bottom of your deck or something. You can do your things and play your favorite Digimon, like you said, and do something in your turn.
And
in Dragon Ball,
immunity zone, right? The racing area.
Yeah. In Dragon Ball, in some decks you can even use the cards you like. I have to play Obuni, which is a mega side character, to play blue. That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But I will just say something. I don't think this game is going to make any Dragon Ball player quit. But
Me neither. Me neither.
the players that were already considering quitting might find this a push.
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to be game's fault per se, but it's the people who are already on the verge, on the fence. They're getting another 90s nostalgia card game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that might be enough of a push to just leave Dragon Ball behind.
Mhm.
Like, some people might know or not, I sold out of Dragon Ball at the moment. I'm still judging, I'm still keeping up with the game. I'm just not interested in buying it anymore.
I'm still sad about it. So
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the Digimon. Definitely will do something. Definitely will work on some deck profiles when we see card lists. We want to start doing more of that stuff.
talking about that, do you think it's worth making that type of content when everyone knows what the meta is until set 3?
I think so, because we don't have the same list of cards. Our first
Right.
release is not going to have all the cards.
Right.
We might
However,
not have
next
all
month,
the best cards that are available in Japan.
but next month, set 3 will be released in Japan, so you know almost every
Oh,
card
you
you'll
mean
get.
right now? Oh, right now I'm not doing any.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
saying when the English release has an actual card list, because we
Oh,
know that
okay,
not
okay,
all of the
okay,
cards
okay.
are released there. So when we see the card list, that's when we start building the decks.
Okay, makes sense.
But for set 3, I'm honestly excited for Mastermon, because Mastermon is visually one of my favorite Digimon ever.
It looks great. Yeah. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a really good move on Bandai to use the set 3 globally, because you will have Vmon, which is a fan favorite, Mastermon, which is a fan favorite mostly because people love Andromon and Lady Devimon and
It's
a DNA of.
it's a cool concept of mixing demon and angels, and that always has been in people's minds.
Yeah. Then it will have Lilithmon too, I guess. So there's the nostalgia one, which is the set 1. With Hagamon, Gabumon, and all that. Then there's a little tease of Tamers, which is the fan favorite series of Digimon, with Gallantmon and Bellsmon.
Beelzemon is. I also
And
think
then
that some SPRs will might see a slight tweak to the artwork. We're talking here about Step on Me Mon and the Beelzemon.
Yeah, might.
Because they will not go well with United States.
And then set 3 with the DNA evolutions and the 02 series. So yeah, it will be really good because it has a lot of fan favorites of hit series that people love.
Yeah, there's Imperial Drum and there's a DNA Digivolve mostly there, isn't it?
Yeah, the
Mastermon,
Imperial Dramon.
Yeah,
and Lord Ragnamon,
yes.
which is a really cool Digimon that most people don't know about. So
There is lots of Digimon that a lot of people don't know about, because there's just so many. People are not aware that.
Yeah. I'm a Digimon fanboy, so I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I love me a good Digimon. Although I must say that I'm very particular to Royal Knights. I quite like Royal Knights.
I think everyone loves Royal Knights. However, people are burned out of them because every series, every game, every something has Royal Knights on it. And there's other.
It's like saying
Go
every
on.
Pokemon product has Pikachu on it.
No, because there's another factions, if you will, that they don't use. I mean, what are they called?
They're not known very well. You're thinking about
the Olympus 7.
Yeah.
Olympus 7. Then there's the Sovereign Beasts. I mean,
the seven demon
Deadly
kings.
Sins. Yeah, the 7 Deadly Sins or Demon Kings or
Demon
whatever.
kings.
Yeah,
Use the modern
there are a
verse.
lot of ones, and there's always the Royal Knight thing, Royal Knight thing, Royal Knight thing. You
But
know,
you need to remember that Olympus, seven demon kings, all of that are not as well propagated throughout the media. You and
exactly.
me might know it, but Royal Knights were in the most popular Digimon game, two of the most popular Digimon games, which is Digimon World 3 and Cyber Sleuth. They were main characters in Cyber Sleuth, and they were in Digimon World 3 as in available. They have the most story. They're the best recognized throughout the world because Olympus 7 and the rest of them did not get all of their lore covered. Like I learned about the planet Digimons from Cyber Sleuth, which I didn't know that they exist.
You're right. However, let's talk about Set 11 and Dragon Ball. There are
Let's
a
not
lot
talk
of
about
people.
Set 11 Dragon Ball or the Digimon podcast. I'm going to draw the line there.
No. Just one thing. Just one thing. There's a lot. Dragon Ball is going to a lot of Dragon Ball Heroes characters that most people don't even know they exist. However, they're pushing them because they sell. They look great. They are great characters, and they can do the same with Digimon.
I will actually disagree because you see, there's one more medium for Dragon Ball that people keep on forgetting about, which is Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Exactly.
And in Xenoverse, they introduce all of those characters.
Most of them.
Well, majority of them. You can meet majority of the Dragon Ball universe, and we're talking like 80%, 90% of Dragon Ball universe in Xenoverse. If not now, then soon. It's going to be there. The updates are still coming.
But like you said, there's Digimon Cyber Sleuth where most of these Digimons are in it. However, they're not pushing them as hard.
Because Cyber Sleuth never picked. Cyber Sleuth was made to fight against the Pokemon games, which are handheld devices and can be used in competitions because you have an online battle system in Cyber Sleuth. I don't know if you knew. But no one plays that online battle system.
Yeah, I know.
There's no competitive scene for it. There's nothing like that. It's not pushed as badly. Whereas Xenoverse, you have Xenoverse 2 tournaments. It's an online game. You keep on playing against other people. There's more and more community build up. There's always someone there. When I first started playing it, I thought it was a dead game, and then I reached the max level, and I was like, shit, there's a lot of people playing this when you go into online tournaments. And there's tons of people who enjoy that game. And there's tons of people who know those characters. And I can bet you at least half of those players actually heard, played, or even still plays the Dragon Ball card game. And that's the point of it. That's why they give those fan favorite characters. They give you the characters that are in Xenoverse to make sure that, or that are very nostalgic, like for some people Garlic Jr. is, to make sure that you get more people coming in and playing. But Dragon Ball is such a vast universe that it's hard to, give something for everyone.
But they are pushing Digimons like Mastemon, which, spoiler alert, it's really important on Cyber Sleuth, the very first one.
It has its own cutscene. That's why they're pushing Mastemon, because it has its own cutscene. Imperial Dramon, as far as I know, was from anime.
No, Imperial Dramon is the main character in 02, so.
Yeah. So
the fusion of the main character.
Yeah, so all the big DNA Digivolve are from anime. They're trying to push for that, and I can understand that. That's what they should be doing. They're selling their product that is... They are choosing the media that covers more to use that as a guidance to where to sell, what to sell. They shouldn't be looking at the minuscule Digimon that they put in for the fans like you and me to see in a Cyber Sleuth. And we were really excited to see those Digimon like Troutmon, for example. All those Digimon I had no idea about and I learned about.
I don't want to see Shoutmon, actually. I'll go into it a little
Yeah,
bit
but
later.
a lot of those Flame Drummond, Magnamon, all of those fan favorites are in the game, even though they might not be part of the story like Flame Drummond. You can still see them there, but they are not the push for that. Mastermon is
Exactly.
part of the story. Royal Knights are part of the story. They're the main characters. Doesn't matter how you play the game, you going to see the Royal Knights and Mastermon.
Exactly.
You are not necessarily going to see, I don't know, Titamon or Apocalypon, even though you might know it. We still don't have Apocalypon card. Armageddon the same. You are not.
They just released Diabramon, so
But
it will
Diabramon is
happen.
film.
What?
Diabramon is film, and it was
Armageddon too.
Oh
Armageddon is
yeah,
a
it was a
sequel.
continuation of that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
It's a
keep on
sequel
forgetting
to that
about that.
movie.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there are. Diaboromon came because Diaboromon was actually that film with Diaboromon was more popular than the sequel because let's be honest, it was scene for scene Summer Wars.
Yeah.
And Summer Wars was an amazing movie.
Exactly.
And Diaboromon was a really interesting Digimon back there. So I think it's a fan favorite that they wanted to bring. Royal Knights, again, they were the main character in Cybersleep. I think they're mostly bummed that Survive is not out yet. Because I think they might have some plans with Survive.
I don't think so. I think it will be cancelled.
Do you?
Sadly, yeah.
No. So much development went into it. Why would it get cancelled now?
Because I think they know that the game won't sell how they want to sell.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know Cyber Sleuth existed until they ported it to Switch, so.
Well, bye.
I don't own
Seriously.
PlayStation anymore.
Oh, okay. Then you
I
have
don't
an
own any
excuse.
console. I bought the Switch and then I've seen that there's a port to Switch and I bought it.
Okay. But I don't know. There are a lot of Digimons that people don't know, and they eventually need to get them on the card game. And I'm kind of concerned about it because, like you said, people don't know. They might not buy the product because they don't have any nostalgia with that
Yeah.
characters.
So,
I mean, I love the X antibody Digimon, and they are really hard to see in West games because people don't even know they exist.
I know they exist, but I don't know where they're from. Like, I
Ooh,
know of them.
there's a lore behind it. It's too much. It's a virus, and then the Digimon need an antibody named X antibody, and they change form and get stronger to combat the virus in the world. So yeah,
So,
it's
like
too
Mega
much.
Evolution in Pokemon?
Kinda,
Okay.
kinda.
Yeah. It, I love Digimon. Don't get me wrong. Digimon is amazing. I'm happy the card game is coming. I do hope that they're going to change a few bits to make it more competitive, though. But I don't think it needs much fixing beside the mulligan rule. Like with all the other rules, even though you don't add the cards from security to your hand, you always lose the security. I have no general issue with that. Because they keep on printing cards that are against aggro decks. So you can't Rookie Rash anymore. At least not that well.
Thank God.
I mean, Verbal Rookie Rash on Bilsamon is still amazing, but that's just me.
There's one thing that will always concern. How should I get into it? The thing that you don't need to evolve to use big guys. It's something that kind of bums me away. I don't know. I love the game. Seriously, I love the series. I love the game. However, there's something about going from the rookie to champion, ultimate, and then mega that feels good, you know. But however, in this game, you can just play a War Greymon and.
But then you give your opponent a lot of memory to work with, or you sacrifice a lot of your own memory. And on top of that, then building the deck would be absolute nightmare. And not having mulligan would be a death of the game. because you would be stuck with only megas in your hand and you wouldn't be able to play anything. Whereas your opponent would build a deck with only rookies and just rush you down. Champions and up would not be playable. Well, maybe few champions would be playable, and cards like Beelzemon, which can evolve on top of Impmon. Those would be playable. But then no mega would ever be playable. Yeah, it's great feeling when you go up the chain to the mega. But let's be honest, more often I've seen going Biomon into a Tyrannomon, into Metal Tyrannomon, into Wargreymon, into Omegamon. Into Phoenixmon, into Omegamon. Then I have seen Wargreymon line.
Yeah.
Because the vanillas are cheap to evolve.
I know. But you might be right. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I mean, who are we to know? We just play the card games. We are just recipients of this.
Exactly.
Any final thoughts? Because I think we're going to wrap this up now. Any final thoughts? Are you going to buy the Digimon card game?
Day one.
Day one. Yep, definitely day one.
Oh, you're waiting to day one. I'm going to buy on the pre-sale.
Yeah, I mean, day one is for me the pre-sale.
Exactly. I really hope that this game won't be a failure. You know, I wish that Bandai will do everything right this time. I hope that the global thing will be good because of that thing. The people that bought the Japanese product, I'm kind of concerned about that.
But seeing how they're releasing stuff, I think they might allow you to play the Japanese stuff, and seeing also that Japan is banning sales of those cards.
That's the problem.
Japan.
But that's the problem. They allowing you to play the Japanese cards. It's a problem for me.
Why?
Because I think that the sales here won't be as good on this first set because of that.
I think it will be amazing because we had over half of people in the community group that we're part of. They did not buy Japanese version. They're waiting for the English one.
I actually didn't, and I wanted to, but
a lot of people did not because they wanted to support the English version when it comes out to make sure that the sales are good. We don't have events here either way, so everyone was like, sure, let's play online tournaments. We were getting the prizes from our sponsor, the Japanese packs, and that's that. A lot of people did not buy it, and some people bought it, and they said that they will still buy the English one when it comes out. Because they can, because they want to.
Japanese product is way cheaper.
It is, yeah.
Way cheaper. The yen is a currency which is really, really low. And the shipping is not that hard. So I don't know. Let's see.
We'll see. I mean, they will definitely. We know the practices of Bandai limiting the sales to other continents.
That was one of the first signs that the game will be global, but
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the pre-sale goes. I think that whatever is going to be allocated for the pre-sale is not going to be enough.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we're going to find ourselves in the same situation that, for example, my local game store will apply to get stuff for 16 people, and we're going to get stuff for 6.
That will 100% happen.
And I think that that's fair, because they don't want to oversell that. This is supposed to hype up the product, but they should allow everyone to at least grab a starter or 2 starters and a booster box. Or at least few packs, right? If they're going to do the promo. So I hope that there's going to be enough for everyone. And we do know that they have multiple spies in the community group.
Somehow. Yeah.
Yep.
Surprise.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
Oh, I wish. Then I would get actually paid by them. No, then I couldn't criticize the stupid rulings for Dragon Ball, so there we go.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is going to happen with the Digimon card game? Are you going to buy the English cards? Let us know down in the comments, and we will see you guys around next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for joining in.